Hey guys, it's Kevin from Movi Power Sports. Working on I think it's like a mid-90s Evinrude 15. I don't really like this, but I figured I'd make a quick video showing you how you take this apart. You got 3 bolts on this side, 3 bolts on the other side, and then when you drop this down, there's a the linkage somewhere here at the back that you're supposed to disconnect, and I'll show you that real quick. Alright, after you get those 3 bolts out, you want to kind of pop the lower unit a little bit, get it to slide down, then put it in forward, and it should let the shift shaft move down far enough. See this bolt right here? You loosen that one out, take it all the way out, and be careful because the lower unit will probably slide out after that. But 3 bolts on that side, 3 bolts on the other side, 1 bolt here, should slide off. Okay, got the lower unit off. You can see you gotta take this bolt right here out, basically all the way out, because it holds the shaft in right there, because it's got a little round spot right here on it. It's held in with that little bolt. Anyway, to get the water pump, you've got these two here, and I'll show you what's underneath it here in a sec. Okay, I got the 4 bolts out of it. Now, if your housing is stuck, something you could do is take a hammer or mallet or something, kind of tap on it a little bit. This one was perfectly unstuck, but if you just tap it and twist it to break it free, and put you a pry bar underneath one of the eyes to pry it up, I'll usually get it off. But you make sure, remember where all your parts go, all that good stuff. I need to get a real camera. Oh, here's something for you. You need to watch out when you take this housing off. That right there is the keyway that rotates the impeller. Do not lose it. You will be fucked. Unless you've got, I don't know, some welding rod you can make a new one out of. And that just slides off the top. Inspect the inside of that. Make sure there's no ridiculous grooves. This one's pretty smooth. Looks fine. And now I've got the impeller itself. Obviously the problem was it wasn't pumping. And that's because it's been sitting for about 5 years and this impeller is just ruined. It's evident by the fact that the fins aren't straight. The new one, still in the package, fins got to be straight. If they're not straight, don't put it back. But other than that, the reassembly is quite the same. I'll show you a little trick to get the lower unit back in the engine, but as far as putting this back together, it's all the same. Make sure you put your keyway right here. It needs to go into that flat spot right there when you put your new impeller on. And I don't know if these impellers are directional. So some of the bigger horsepower ones are directional, but this one doesn't appear to be. But once you put your impeller down onto the shaft, what you can do is while you're sliding the housing down, twist on this while pushing down on the housing will make it really easy. And maybe even put a thin layer of grease inside the housing itself to make it slide in real good. But let me put this back together. Here's another little tip for you. Before you put your bolts in, you always want to put some grease on it. If you're using a saltwater application, I highly recommend looking into some saltwater grease, or some 2,4-C is what I was always told to use by the old school that taught me what I know. But for the love of God, put some grease on these bolts, and make sure to grease up the end of the shaft here where it goes into the power head. So it'll make your job a lot easier. And when you're done with it, it should look something like that at idle. Anyways, quick one, just to have something to, put out there so you know I'm not dead. Gonna have more work coming on the Cougar soon. It's really busy lately. Anywho, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I answer questions like a fucking text message, bro. I got the service manual from 1990 to 2001, so any questions with anything, I'll make a video if somebody asks for it.